seems there is a fireplace nearby. Several, in fact. However, it is somewhat related to the powder gangers. I suspect we shall soon find out. If it is, I suspect my ammunition will become significantly more depleted very soon.
Hold up. There are death claws all over the damn place.
Death claws?
I'd turn back if I were you. If you want to get to New Vegas, you're better off heading east from Prim and then looping north. It's a heck of a lot safer.
Now what are these death claws?
They moved into the quarry after the powder gangers came through and made off with most of our dynamite. We shut the quarry down while we waited for the NCR to get us some more blasting sticks. But now the death claws have shown up. The NCR is a no-show. And my men and I have got nothing to do but sit on our asses all day. It's damn frustrating.
I should imagine. I take it then you've encountered
We
before.
see them occasionally, but they didn't seem too keen on getting too close to the quarry. Not sure if it was the noise or all the workers. I can't believe that an entire pack moved into the quarry. I thought that kind of bad luck only happened in New Vegas.
Perhaps there's a better subject. What can you tell me about
I've
New
been
Vegas?
there once, and I don't recommend it. It's just a way to burn through a month's pay in 5 minutes. I've seen a lot of folks come through here thinking they'll have the easy life once they get there. It never happens.
I should imagine. Where are we then?
This is Sloan, a camp for us quarry workers. The actual quarry, Quarry Junction, is up the road north of here.
I see.
The whole thing is an NCR operation. We make cement for the NCR using the limestone we dig out with dynamite and drag lines. Dirty work, but the pay is good. Wish we got paid in caps, though. Not a lot of merchants like taking NCR paper money.
Fortunately, I managed to acquire some. Why don't you get paid in caps?
The NCR has been trying to switch over to using paper money, just like in the pre-war days. Trouble is that the exchange rates ain't exactly fair. For example, $100 in NCR money is valued at roughly half that in caps around here. Seems like a rotten deal for us, but work is work.
Indeed.
Sure.
Let's
If you
move.
insist on going north, don't be expecting a rescue when you get into trouble.
Oh, if the death claws are as bad as you say, I should think my ammunition is less than sufficient for them. Although a 10mm pistol will certainly see me some way. Nevertheless, I believe I shall take your advice and move to Prim. Which I suggest will most likely be over this region. Now let's see if we can wait until dawn.
Man, I wish I'd stayed back in California some days.
I believe there was a resting point somewhere earlier back. This darkness is ill-befitting. What are you? Snuffles. Now, surely there is a spare bed somewhere in this area. I should imagine these workers do not simply lie down on the ground, much as I might prefer them to. Ugh. Some foul-smelling meat would seem to be in play here. Ugh. This will hardly do. Dino toy. A curious object. I shall simply take up a point and stand for a while then, shall I?
Hello there. It's good to see a friendly face. I almost took you for a raider, I did.
I'm hardly
My name's
friendly.
Malcolm Holmes. Don't suppose you'd care to trade. I'm missing a few essentials and... screw this. Lying just ain't in my nature. I'll tell it to you straight. I've been following you for a good bit now.
Why?
It started off innocently enough. I was traveling, as I often do, and happened to observe you picking up one of those blue star caps. You didn't show any reaction to it, so I figured you didn't know what you'd gotten your hands on.
I see. And what exactly is
There's
interesting
an
about
old
them?
wasteland legend that says somewhere out there is a fabulous treasure from before the war. Those caps with the blue star on them, the tale goes, are the key to that treasure. They're called sunset sarsaparilla stars.
I see. And you're a purveyor of them?
Nah, I gave it up years ago. Too dangerous. And even if I did still collect them, I'd tell you the same. There's people out there so mad with the idea of treasure that they'll attack strangers just on the suspicion that they have some of those caps.
I see. What kind of treasure?
No one knows. Money, weapons, water. It is, or maybe was, something of value, and that's enough to get people motivated.
Perhaps. I don't suppose you know the location of more of them.
All over the place. The easiest place to find them is unopened bottles of sunset sarsaparilla. You'd think they'd all have been picked clean by now, but somehow, new bottles keep appearing in the machines. Some say it's old Festus that does it, hoping someone will finally collect enough caps to earn the treasure. Other than bottles, you'll just have to scavenge. You can find caps in the unlikeliest of places, and blue star caps are no exception.
I see. And who is Festus?
It's said that the treasure is guarded by a man named Festus, and he's the one who asked for the blue star caps. It's also said he's been around since the war, standing a lonely vigil,
see.
waiting for someone to come and take the treasure off his hands.
That would make him quite
That'll
old.
make him pretty damn old. I've met a few people in my travels who claim they actually met him, and they weren't the lying type either.
I hardly put much stock in the lies of red makers.
No problem. If you do end up trying to collect more stars, watch out for a man named Alan Marks. He's killed several people for their stars already.
I shall keep that in mind. Ugh. That blazing sun will do me more injury than the monsters of this realm. Well, that does look promising. But I rather think he may have been referring to this location. Very well. Return, reroute. I wonder if this is the railroad that I was informed the powder gangers were making. Or rather, their more dutifully employed cousins. Perhaps we shall see now, yes. That is definitely some form of settlement. As for how settled it is, I believe we shall soon find out. lack of patrols suggests few defense necessary resources. Ah. That should be TNT. Well, you must force me on the stim packs. We'll do more damage to each other at this rate. Powder gangers. With little of use upon them. Yes, someone did not think this particular means of defense entirely through. But were there not more? Was not there a third? Or did he trip over his own explosive? Explosives, great. Note. Some of the fellas farther north are trying to organize. We're starting to think it's a good idea. Got to pool resources if we're gonna survive out here. Sure, you've noticed the decline in travelers. If they're getting wise, so should we. Well, sadly, I do not think you'll have the opportunity. I do say sadly. Ow! Evidently, they've discovered mine technology. That was certainly less than pleasant. What is this? Why do they see fit to camp north of it? I see dogs. But to whom are they loyal? Absolutely no entry. Well, now you propose it as a challenge. There must surely be a route in here. There must be inhabitants here, certainly. It has been far too well maintained for there to be an emptiness. Ah. Well, now it makes sense. Although this does seem somewhat bereft of people, and it does raise the further question, why would they be camping just across from here? I do think I've gone somewhat off the road here. Very well, I shall leave. Though I should note your bullets do little good to me. I've already stepped on mines and had dynamite thrown at me today. I do not think pesky bullets will cause me much harm. Yes, this would seem to be the road I require. Once more to an area guarded by fence. With not a soul in sight. Hidden valley? What exactly is hidden about it? Ventilation. There is a structure underground. But whose? And where? Clearly it is not very hidden. That's what seems to be a munitions testing site. Something tells me the inhabitants of this may not take particularly well to my presence. But perhaps it's worth investigating. Well maintained, there's power. Who rules Thunderdome? Would seem some unfortunates have been here. No, I'm not in the habit of decoration. Makeshift bedding. Hello? None. I very much knew the lock skill would come in handy. It seems to have suffered some damage. But if there is no response, then I cannot make contact. Perhaps I shall return at a later date. And still I'm lacking in knowledge of Prim. Well, perhaps Chomps has earned himself some information. A secondary bunker access, it would seem. I do not think this area can be very well hidden. Still power. This seems less inviting, if indeed that's possible. Hello? Even worse. If indeed there are occupants, they may have useful resources and information. If there are not, perhaps it would serve as a useful base of operations. It does seem to be rather impenetrable, especially if it's built beneath an ammunition testing area. Very well, I shall make my way back to Chomps and see if he has any information I can use. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and or a favorite, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to be notified of future updates. You can also check out the website where most other content is uploaded. That's all for now, catch you later.